Hello students. So in the yesterday's video we have learned how to solve a transportation problem using northwest corner method. So in the methods of finding initial feasible solution in case of a transportation problem, the first method was northwest corner method, and I have given detailed explanation by giving an example. And the second method among the methods of finding initial feasible solution is the least cost method. So this least cost method is the most popular method of allocating units under transportation model, since it considers the cost factor. So in the least cost method, it considers the cost factor, whereas in the northwest corner method, it considers only the direction. That means yesterday I have told you all, first allocation starts from the northwest corner cell. So it gives importance to the direction, whereas in the least cost method, importance will be given to the cost factor. And under this method, the assignment starts from the cell which is having the lowest cost. Now let us understand this method by using this example. So I have taken the tabular representation and I have taken the similar digits which I have taken in the yesterday's problem. So the same way, 4 destinations and 3 plants. So demand, requirements and supply capacity of 3 plants, and so overall this is a balanced transportation problem. Now let us understand the procedure to assign the units under least cost method. So as I have told earlier, so least cost method concentrates on the cost factor. That means always the assignment of the units must start from the cell which is having the lowest cost. So in the tabular representation, so 2, 3, 11, 7, 1, 0, 6, 1, 5, 8, 15, 9. So all these cells represents the cost of transporting each unit from different plants to different destination. So in the least cost method, first we need to identify the cell which is having the lowest cost or least cost. So when we observe these 4 columns and 3 rows, which is the least cost, so this cell to which I am pointing out, so this has 0, that means it is having the lowest cost among the given cells. So first allocation starts from here, that is the lowest cost cell. And here, so supply capacity is 1 unit and demand requirement is 5 units. So here supply is less than demand, so I can supply only 1 unit. I cannot supply more than 1 unit because there is only 1 unit of supply. So it becomes 0, and to this complete row I cannot allocate because there was only 1 supply unit and it is already allocated. And coming to the destination to demand requirement, it is 5 units, and among 5 units I have allocated 1 unit, so remaining demand will be 4 units. And next, so this row is completely crossed off, and next compare plant 1 row and plant 3 row among the given cells, which is the lowest cost cell. So 2, you can see here 2 has the lowest cost, so I am going to allocate from here. So 2, here supply capacity is 6 units and demand requirement is 7 units. So I can allocate how many units? 6 units, maximum 6 units I can allocate, because supply capacity is 6. So when I have assigned 6 units, supply has become 0, and demand was 7 units, for which I have allocated 6 units, so remaining demand will be 1 unit. So as the supply has become 0, further I cannot allocate to these cells. And now only plant 3 row is remaining. So among these 4 costs, which is the lowest one? 5. So I have to allocate for this cell. So demand requirement is 1 unit and supply capacity is 10 units. So I can allocate 1 unit and demand becomes 0. From 10 units I have allocated 1 unit, so remaining supply will be 9 units. And now compare the remaining cells 8, 15, 9, which has the lowest cost 8. So first I have to allocate to this cell. Demand is 4 units, supply is 9 units. So I can allocate only 4 units. So demand becomes 0. From 9 units of supply I have allocated 4. So remaining units of supply will be 5. And coming to the next cells, we have 15 rupees and 9 rupees, which is the lowest among the two cells, 9 rupees. So I have to allocate first to this cell. So compare demand and supply. Demand is 2 units and supply is 5 units. So I can allocate only 2 units of demand, which becomes 0. And from 5 units I have allocated 2 units. So remaining is 3 units. So at last the remaining cell is this. So I have to go for assigning the units to the remaining cell. So supply is 3 units and demand is also 3 units. So I can easily allocate 3 units, wherein both supply and demand will become 0. So I have allocated the units and I repeat, first in the least cost method we have to identify the cell which has the lowest cost, and after allocating it to the lowest cost we have to identify the next lowest cell and go on allocating the units. And regarding finding out the total cost under least cost method, see here you can observe I have assigned 6 units and 2 rupees each. Next, so the complete row is crossed off, and next row 1 unit at 0 rupees, and next complete row is crossed off, and next row 1 unit at 5 rupees each, and next 4 units at 8 rupees each, 3 units at 15 rupees each, and next 2 units at 9 rupees each. So now let us find out the total cost. 12 plus 0 plus 5 plus 32 plus 45 plus 18. So how much would be the total cost? So the total cost will be 112 rupees. So in this way we are going to allocate the units under least cost method.